Fantastic rendition of our national anthem by the Skyview Storm Band. The American flag a little late in coming down, but it made it down. You heard the cheer from the crowd.
That flag in loving memory of Trey Foote, who was a Skyview student who succumbed to osteosarcoma in 2006, 2007.
Starting lineups now. First, the Union Titans. You've got Brad Lackey, a 6-foot guard, a junior. Number 5, Houston Combs, a senior guard at 5'11". Tanner Toulson, a 6'4" guard. Josh Resnick, a 6'3" guard forward. Excuse me, not Resnick. We're gonna have Curtis Youngren tonight, a 6'8" forward. And their leading scorer, Ethan Smith, 18.5 points a game, coming in looking to make a difference tonight.
And for the number 4 Storm of Skyview, first off the bench, that's James Chapman. He's a 6'3" guard forward. He's a sophomore, Chapman is. Next up, Squeaky Johnson, 6-foot guard, another sophomore. Next up is Kyle Gruler, the coach's son, 6'5" guard forward, junior. And now the big man, number 15, Lowell Dunmeyer. He is a 6'6" senior. And then finally, the other senior, Alex Schumacher, averaging 19.9 points per game so far this season. Skyview 12-3 and 3-0 in league, and Union also 3-0 in league and undefeated on the season, number 1 in the state. One of these teams is going to pick up their first league loss, today. But what a matchup! Really stoked to be here.
Yeah, number 1 in the RPI, Union. Number 4, Skyview in the RPI. RPI, of course, the system the Washington Interscholastic Athletics Association, I think I got that right, uses to determine playoff seeding. So we know that we're looking at 2 of the state's very best teams at the 4A level, the highest level. This could potentially be a preview of something we're going to see in the postseason this year.
Absolutely. You can tell both of these teams stocked with talent. The playoffs is a near guarantee.
So we are underway. Lackey on the outside now, taking it hard to the basket. Caught on his hip there, but he lays it in. 2-0 Union.
Good take, quick first step. Interesting also to watch that big man battle under there. A couple of tall dudes in Dunmeyer and
Youngren.
Youngren, yeah, thank you.
Schumacher
6'6" and 6'8".
Schumacher with a miss of scrum. Here comes Union.
Skyview's back on D, but he takes it in anyway. Nice take. Rebounded by Chapman.
Schumacher for 3. That's good. 3-2 Skyview.
Just taking no time at all to get into their offense. He saw a good shot and he took it.
There's a 3 from Lackey. Rims in. So Lackey looking aggressive, having taken all 3 of the Union shots tonight. Here's Schumacher now into the lane. Spin move, takes it hard, draws the whistle. Lackey not believing that call, complaining about it a little bit.
What a showdown.
I think Lackey trying to invoke the rule of verticality there. Hands up, no foul, he's saying.
Well, sometimes hands up doesn't, there's a lot more than just your hands and your arms. You got a little hip on that one.
Rimmed out. Schumacher announcing in the last couple of days on Twitter he has received his first college offer from St. Martin's University. I do expect him to get more as the season progresses here. He makes that free throw.
Goes 1 for 2. He has all 4 of the Storm's points. Titans up 5-4.
All right, here's now Combs. Smith to the basket, lays it in. Ethan Smith, the team's leading scorer at 18.5 points per game. Not a big player, but a big-time scorer.
Big man handling up top, giving a pick.
Chapman to the basket. He draws a foul. He'll go to the line. So Skyview looking aggressive to the basket so far, Ryan.
Yeah, it's both teams right now are trying to score inside. You know, we've seen a couple of three-pointers, but Lots of shots in at the rim and attacking the defense.
Working that inside-out game. You get it going inside, it opens up things on the outside.
And you want to probe. You want to probe those, probe the defense. If they're going to give you layups, take them.
So here's Chapman for one more.
He makes them both.
So here comes Combs, putting the move on, getting into the lane. Dunmeyer comes over, kicks outside. Wide open shot in the corner, no good. Scrum for a ball.
It looks like Dunmeyer was on the, that might be Toulson, was on the sideline when he touched it.
Good hustle play out of Toulson, though, coming way outside into the lane to go after that rebound. I think he surprised Schumacher a bit. Now here comes Schumacher with a handoff to Johnson. Working Gruler around the back screen.
Oh. He thought Schumacher was going to cut left. Schumacher cut to the basket. The pass went nowhere, out of bounds.
Meanwhile, in the far corner, Gruler was open, had his hands up, gave a shrug at the end of the play, hoping to get that basketball. And now here comes Union. Schumacher way out on Smith. Here's an inside pass. There's a layup.
Nice delivery.
Tanner Toulson. Schumacher putting the shake and bake on. Now into a double. Goes baseline, loses the ball. Union picks it up, and here they come. They're coming on 2-on-3, but nobody stops the ball.
Boy,
Brad Lackey goes coast to coast.
He is not afraid. He's the shortest man in the paint there and took it right in for the layup.
Gruler out to Schumacher. Reverses it over here to Johnson.
Little pick and roll. Johnson keeps it. Nice spin. Easy.
Smart under control play there by Squeaky Johnson.
So Johnson's got 4 and Schumacher has 4. That's your 8 points from the Storm.
Pump fake. Everybody on Skyview's going for those pump fakes. Here's a floater. That's no good. Schumacher pulls it down.
Oh, front rim from Schumacher. Rebounded by Younger in the 6'8". Oh, that was a kick ball by the offense.
Gruler comes up with it, and here comes Skyview. Decide to slow it down, take the time up the court. Squeaky Johnson with the ball now.
One-on-one out at the three-point line. See what develops. Got a couple of back picks. Oh, down to the big man. Up and in. Great shot by Gruler. Gruler made himself available there and hands up. The great pass over the defense for the layup. All he could do was foul. And a free throw here will tie the game.
Substitution now for Union. Into the ball game comes Josh Resnick. Sort of on the fence earlier who was going to start tonight. We thought it might be Resnick.
They did say, Union said they made a late change and Youngren was starting. It's exactly who Coach Gruler of Skyview had predicted would start. Give that big man matchup.
Here's a three-pointer from the corner. No good. Ball up there. Oh, wow, what a towel.
What a tip.
Resnick's going to get credit for that, but I'm pretty sure Schumacher got his fingers on that one. Gruler working hard down low, trying to get that basketball out to Chapman now. Here comes the pick and roll. Gruler for 3 from the top of the key. That is good.
Gruler's got a quick 6.
A big kid who can really shoot that basketball, like a typical coach's son.
Isn't that the case? Oh, ball loose and Union recovers. Step seat 3.
Who's that? Where's that going? That's going to be Skyview ball. Now Smith knew he was shooting that ball. He was just waiting for the defense to pass him by.
And that aggressive defense has created a couple of open outside shots for Union.
A couple of new Skyview boys checking in. Sean Boss and Cody McKinney checking in. Boss, a 5'11" guard, a junior. McKinney, a junior, also checking in at 6'5". So some length on both of these squads tonight. Call offensive foul underneath the basket there.
That might be on Grueller.
Looked like that one was going to be on. If I saw the officials correctly, it looked like number 22, Alec Marshall, who has checked in the game also. He is a 6'1" guard. Wastes no time getting on the stat sheet, but it's a foul. Pick and roll to the basket. Here comes Union, kicks out of it. Corner three.
That was a nice setup by the big man to pass out, but he had a shot too.
Grueller goes hard to that defensive glass, doesn't he?
Yeah, he knows that he needs to out-rebound a couple of high-flying Union kids. There's good athleticism on both of these teams.
Now, Skyview's been running this high pick and roll. Dunmire's been getting open. They haven't hit him yet.
Tied up.
Jump ball there, yeah. Looks like it's Squeaky Johnson, and I'm not sure who the defender was. But that's going to be Union possession.
That was quick hands by Houston Combs, I think. He saw an available ball there, reached and grabbed.
Oh, now they're saying Skyview ball.
Interesting. The possession arrow was pointing Union's way, but that may have been a mistake from the initial jump. It's pointing the right way now. Union will get it next time.
There's another screen from Dunmire. Oh, great hesitation. That ball goes.
Nice roll.
Clever move out of Sean Bosso, his first two.
Both teams able to probe the defense, take a quick step, and get to the rim. A little bit of sloppy ball handling there, and we are back. The Storm coming back with a 3-point lead. Play coming in from Coach Grueller. Slowing it down. Now, is it a 35-second shot clock in boys basketball and a 30-second shot clock in girls? Interesting.
Put me on the spot like that.
Yeah, no, I mean, this is a surprise to me. Not like either of these teams need a shot clock. They are taking their first available shots for the most part. A little high post action.
There's Smith for three. Two men come out to get him, but it's not enough. He drills it. 5 points now for Ethan Smith.
Ethan Smith is the top scorer on the season for Union. He's averaging 18 and a half a game. There's a rebound. Back comes Union. Turnover on the key.
Grueller got his hands in there. Here comes Skyview.
Oh, that was awesome. His heels were over the edge.
Oh, Grueller for three. That is
again.
good. His second three-pointer of the night. Grueller now with 9 points to lead the Storm.
He has 2 3-pointers and a 3-point play. The guy is definitely taking math these days.
And there's Smith again. Smith up to 7 points. May have traveled there, but at least according to the Storm fan in front of me. Johnson outside now. Resetting this whole thing. 44 seconds left. The score on your screen there is not correct. We will get that fixed here for you. It's 19-18 Skyview. 36 seconds left in the first quarter.
Drains it. Sean Boss. Nice little mid-range. Now, you know your NBA guys would tell you the mid-range is not where you want to depend on points, but that seemed like a high percentage shot. It didn't touch any rim. No shot clock's off now.
So 15 seconds left here in the first quarter. A high-scoring first quarter. Goes backdoor.
That was an excellent cut and made himself available. Elijah Taylor. And at the buzzer, it's no good. What a close one.
Yeah, at the end of the first quarter, Skyview leads 21-20 over the Union Titans. An exciting offensive showcase in this first quarter.
Just a ton of points, Nick. I mean, and right from the gun, they came out and it was layups and threes, and both of these teams offensively gifted. Multiple players on both teams on the floor at all times who could shoot. And I've seen some open threes that have gone in and some that have missed, but it's they're definitely taking what's available and without any fear.
Hey, if you are on social media, and who these days is not, we would like you to follow us, VPS Game Time, on Twitter. Our handle is @VPS Game Time. We like to tweet out our schedule. We like to tweet out good news about local athletes. We like to retweet all the other stuff we see, so follow us.
And hey, we might follow you back.
We might, but we're selective, so.
Yeah, we don't,
I mean, if you're a Lakers fan, it's not going to happen. It's just not going to happen.
But if you're a LeBron fan, we were having this discussion earlier. There's a difference between Lakers fans and LeBron fans.
Sure.
Yeah.
Common sense.
It's, I don't think we're supposed to be so partisan up here on press row, Nick.
Well, we're all Blazers fans, right? I mean, we're back to action. Enough of that goofing around. Here we go. Union with the ball.
Oh, they're going to call one on the coach's son, Gruler. Looks like he got a little
handsy with Toulson there, who went down. Looks like he might even just pulled the chair and Toulson went down.
Yeah, Toulson sold it well though. He slid about 8 feet on his backside there. Ended up underneath the rim.
So Gruler still in the game with 9 points. Second leading scorer here tonight for Skyview is going to be Schumacher and Boss, each with 4 points. There's a wide open jump shot. And that bumps Ethan Smith, Union's leading scorer, up to 9 points as well.
Now you see they had him inbound the ball, and then he stepped right in. The defense sort of forgot about him a little bit, and he ended up with a clean open baseline jumper there.
Yeah, good play calling there from Coach Blake Conley for Union. Here comes Schumacher.
Swinging the ball around.
Here's Gruler again. That one's no good off the back iron. Tracked down by Tanner Toulson.
Your score on your screen is correct now. It is 22-21. Union Titans are up by a point. Good crowd here, Nick.
Into the double. Big man off the glass. Soft touch there out of Curtis Youngren, the 6'8" senior, with his first basket of the game.
I knew a Youngren family down in Astoria back in my olden days. Wonder if they're related.
Well, at your age, it's most likely his great-grandparents. Here comes Union. That's just rude. I'm sorry.
Right. It's at least his grandparents.
All right. Titans resetting things here. Cutter down the middle. Good defense there by Dunmeyer to get back.
A little post move and nice, strong rebound by Schumacher, who's back in the game.
Looking for his shot. There's a three. He goes down. No good.
Yeah, you know, the number 20 on Union there, Josh Resnick, could have been called for a foul. He didn't allow Schumacher any room to land, and Schumacher landed on his feet on the opponent's feet. That's a scary situation. You know.
I know, and that's been a point of emphasis for the NBA in recent years as well, allowing the shooter to have a place to come down, and that's why you see so many fouls with Lillard and Harden drawing those kinds of fouls, among other reasons. I mean, they're looking for it, but. Here now,
taking it in again. Did they call a charge on that?
Yeah.
Wow.
Schumacher stepped in and took that charge.
But again, you know, that's Lackey. Fearless, taking it to the rim, which he's done a good half dozen times already in this game.
Looks like we got a timeout on the floor. So it is 24-21 Union. This game all is cracked up to be so far. These teams going back and forth. And we are having fun bringing it to you. We do have some important news for you. Vancouver Public Schools is asking our community to pass 2 levies to support local students. They are not new taxes, they are renewals. The first is called the Education and Operations Levy, and it would pay for things like teacher salaries, classroom supplies, extracurricular activities like the sports you're seeing, and more.
Now, the second one is a technology levy. So if you want to learn more, go online to vansd.org/levy. We'll also have a full report on these coming up in our halftime show.
Yeah, that technology levy would renew the one that was passed in 2013. If you have high school students or middle school students or even older elementary students in the district, you know they come home with iPads now. They come home with laptops, depending what school they go to, that allows them to do modern learning. I mean, they're online getting information. They're communicating with their teachers using those devices. They're using apps specially designed to help them study. it's a pretty cool thing that our community has supported.
And those are important classroom tools now. You know, our kids are so tech savvy that the traditional classroom techniques aren't working the same as they used to. Okay, we're back in it. Schumacher's bringing it up, and it's a 3-point game. Titans are up 3.
There's a 3-point shot. Out of the rim, no good. Back comes Union. They're looking to push it. Crossing over, good defense by the Storm to keep these Titans in front of them.
Cut off that baseline, and they had to back it back out.
High pick and roll, kicks it inside. That ball's loose. Here comes the Storm. Schumacher coming in 1-on-4. Knights through, doesn't get it. There's a follow.
Terrific follow.
Guess who? Kyle Grueller with another basket.
He's up to 11 now.
Strong take.
But again, so many Skyview Storm there for the rebound. They had 3 guys in the key fighting for that rebound.
Chapman goes hard to the basket, floats it up over the top, no good. Grueller with the follow. 13 now for Grueller. Timeout, Union. Skyview takes the lead, 25-24 with 5:02 here left in the quarter.
Now you see Grueller, it's been opportunistic scoring for him. Open threes and crashing the offensive board. Very nice play right there.
Just not forcing anything. He's also playing a good defensive game. Lots of contests of shots coming up down low.
And I mean the scoring. You know, we've been playing for 11 minutes. It's 25-24. This is the kind of pace you'd expect to see at the in the NBA level.
Sure, yeah, pushing the ball, looking for smart shots. We haven't seen a single long 2-point shot taken tonight, as far as I remember. That's the state of modern basketball.
Yes.
All right, so it's going to be Union ball. Houston Combs bringing the ball up here, calling out the play. That looked like a kick, unless I'm wrong.
Yeah, that's a couple of times that leather has met leather.
Squeaky Johnson coming back in the game now for Sean Boss, who had a nice run. Combs into the backcourt for the ball. Johnson up high on him. There's a deflection. Schumacher comes up with a good defense by Johnson to get his paw out there. Kicks it out to Johnson. He takes a 3. No good.
Well, Union got back on defense, but still forgot that guy out on the baseline. Good closeout on the shot attempt, though, and ball was just off. And an offensive foul.
Yeah, Youngren looked like he threw that hip out, caught Schumacher coming around it.
Youngren kind of complaining there that he himself was fouled. He was checking his arm for blood.
Oh, a little confusion there between the ref and Grueller. Grueller thought he was giving it back to the ref, but no matter. Squeaky Johnson picks it up, and here comes the Storm.
Yeah, that was good. Way to have your eyes on.
That's a Schumacher up top. He goes hard to the basket. The left hand scores it and the basket.
What a take. You know, I was watching him in warm-ups, and he was practicing that step to the left, and the pump step and the step left. He can go both ways, and for a righty, having a lefty step is pretty good.
Yeah, when you're not a big guy either, too, you have to be able to finish with either hand, and Schumacher showing he can do that.
And he finishes the 3-point play. He's now up to 7 points on the game, and Skyview's up 4, their biggest lead so far.
A wide
Step
open
up
three.
into the 3, and rimmed in and out. Grueller gets the ball taken away from him by Toulson. Out again.
Ooh! And that's Houston Combs with his first basket of the night, a 3-pointer. Looked like a foul of some sort called there, or a turnover. I looked down for 1 second to enter the score in my scorebook, and I missed the play.
I did too. So they called that on Schumacher, who was inbounding the ball at that point.
Schumacher trying to draw one there. The ref's not going for it. And now Union's got the ball up top, going in the middle. Schumacher reaches, doesn't get the ball. This game getting a little chippy here. That ball sails out of bounds. Referee saying Skyview touched it last. So
Schumacher was saying that Houston Combs last touched it. The ref did not agree. It just went right over his fingertips. So Union coming up again, only down 1 now.
Got a full 20 seconds on the shot clock here, so they're in no rush. Skip pass over to Smith. He's blanketed by Squeaky Johnson. Now he gets into the middle. Nice drop pass. Foul called probably on Squeaky Johnson, landed on top of Taylor there. Lajuan Taylor looking to go up with that basketball. Great drop pass by Smith to get him the ball down there.
And Taylor really fills up the space down in the key. That's a couple of times that he's.
Yeah, he's a big guy. Taylor, a football player, an all-league football player. You can see it by the way he's built that he. This is probably his second sport. High pick and roll. Here comes Smith.
Great pass. Oh, but nice defense, and it just rimmed it out, and Grueller there with another rebound.
Between Dunmeyer and Grueller, it's a lot to shoot over the top of. So Grueller out to Johnson. Here comes a Dunmeyer pick. Behind the back dribble, Chapman.
Oh, and the spin move to just wide open shot in the key. Great shot there. Great individual move by Jace Chapman.
Here comes Combs, lays it up high. He draws the foul.
He went in there looking for contact. That he threw up a shot and hoped for a whistle, which he got.
That one called on Lowell Dunmeyer. These teams both getting aggressive. Referees trying to keep this one under their control here, not let it get out of hand. But both teams are really looking, you know, to draw fouls and are getting hands on defensively.
I mean, the pace of this game has been something to see. A little bit less here in the second quarter as the teams kind of got their first initial energy out, but it's an impressive score right now. 30-29, Stormer up.
Union putting the trap on. Skyview handling it that time. Here's Schumacher for three. That ball's off the front iron. Rebound Union. Here we go the other direction. So Resnick now with the ball out to Toulson. Back to Resnick. Inside to Taylor. He's going up against two Storm.
That's got to be a walk. Yeah.
And you can see Coach Conley there yelling at Taylor to kick that out when he draws that double team.
Yeah, just you don't have to force it. There are more open shots and better shots available with a pass.
And the way this team moves the ball,
yeah,
you can see that's what they're trying to do.
Yep. Schumacher posting up, then cutting. No pass.
Chapman looking for some action here. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Out to Schumacher. He's rechecking. He's got 6 seconds. He's going to
break
see a
down
long
the defense.
three-pointer.
Yep.
And there's a turnover. Shot clock expired. Great defense by the Titans, extending out that Skyview offense. Checking into the game now, Ty McCullum for the first time for Union. He is a 6'1" junior guard / forward.
I don't know if he saw what the time is left on the shot clock, but 6 seconds left. You got to just if you're not going to get rid of the ball till a few seconds left, you should just go for it yourself. Nice dish.
Great pass.
And unmarked in the paint was Ty McCullum.
Combs gets an assist on that one. Chapman looking to go to that right block, doesn't quite get there. Out to Schumacher. Here comes Chapman again, trying to make something happen. Good defense by McCullum. Forces a bad shot. Taylor with the rebound. Now here comes Union. Combs looking to make something happen, goes nowhere. Now he gets into the lane, loses the ball into Taylor, and that's a basket.
Taylor had his man screened off. He was ready for an offensive rebound or to collect the pass. Available hands. Nice dish. I mean, Combs has wide open eyes. He was looking for somebody there.
And there's Schumacher. That's a basket.
A three-pointer plus the foul.
And Schumacher barking at number 20. Josh Resnick there after the foul. Resnick going over to lift him up, changes his mind, walks away. Schumacher's teammates come over instead, but Schumacher not one to be quiet on the court.
No.
So going for the 4-point play here. He's got it. He's up to 11 points.
And that gives the Skyview Storm a 1-point lead here with about 30 seconds left in the quarter.
Here comes Combs all the way
What
to
a
the
take.
basket. Finishes strong. He's up to 7, Mel.
Now the shot clock is off. We're down to 25 seconds left in the first half. It's a tight one.
High pick from Gruler there. Resnick out there on Schumacher. Schumacher trying to sell calls, not getting it. Now he goes into the lane, kicks it out to Johnson. Johnson for 3. That's off.
Just rimmed out. 7 seconds.
Here comes Combs. He's got a wide open McCollum on his left. Doesn't go that direction. Gets it to Smith and Smed. He kicks it out into Taylor. Not in time. And so at the break, Union up 35-34 over Skyview.
This has been an impressive offensive show, but there in the second quarter, what we just saw was better defense, active defense, and some of those shots that were available for Union disappeared.
Here's
There's
some highlights,
Schumacher's
yeah.
first 3.
He finished the first half with 11 points. There's Smith going all the way to the basket.
He's their leading scorer today too, right? With
I believe
9.
so.
Yeah. But
Look
there's
at this
that
finish.
fearlessness from Brad Lackey. He exhibited that at several times. What a sweet spin move there by Squeaky.
And here's the follow. The weird tip. No, you know what? Resnick did get that.
Yep,
I thought
absolutely.
that was Schumacher.
That was just, the fates were smiling.
A clever little finish there from Sean Boss. Now here's Smith. That's nothing but net. Gruler with one of his, I believe, 2 3-pointers in the first half.
Yeah, they were nearly consecutive. He was showing up.
Then Boss with a jumper. Big man inside. That's Youngren with the layup.
6'8".
Here comes Schumacher, not getting it, but great follow from one of 2 here from Gruler back to back.
Yes, and that was that opportunistic crashing the offensive boards as the defense was still setting up.
And Jace Chapman doing his Squeaky Johnson impression right there.
And Ty McCollum, who had just come into the game, got that open look. There was Elijah Wan.
And Combs finished really strong in that half. He finished with 7 points.
He's a water bug. He is a nonstop. He's nonstop moving.
All right, well, we are at halftime. The score is 35-34, Union over Skyview. Let's take a break. We're going to look at some information about the levies that Vancouver voters are going to vote on coming up on February 12th. So please enjoy that.
We'll be back in like 10 minutes, a little less than 10?
Like 8 minutes.
All right.
That's not long.
We'll see you then.
Hi, everybody. I'm Nick Bowl. Welcome to the VPS Game Time Halftime Report. Tonight, we've got some important information that will have a major effect on schools. In February, Vancouver voters will be asked to pass 2 levies to support local students. There are a lot of numbers and a lot of things that changed when it comes to school funding, so we're going to break it all down for you. The first is an Education and Operations levy. It pays for basic programs and services, things like teacher salaries, classroom supplies, sports, music, special education, and more. The second is a technology levy. It pays for classroom tech, like tablets, computers, and also teacher training. Neither of these levies are new. They are replacing current levies, which are going to expire. Let's take a closer look at the Education and Operations levy, or the E&O. Amanda Richter joins us now with all of the details. Amanda?
The recent McCleary decision from the Washington Supreme Court resulted in more money coming from the state, but it still only funds about 78% of the district's budget. That's where the Education and Operations levy comes in. Here's a list of just some of what it pays for. These things are everyday expenses, things that make schools better places to learn for students. It includes teacher and staff salaries and more, and it has a major impact on class sizes.
The state funds 28.7 students per teacher at the high school level. So anytime you see a class size that's lower than that, you know that it's Education and Operations levy that's providing for that lower class size to meet the unique needs of that student group.
As you may have noticed, the levy pays for things that our community expects of its schools. Here are some examples. The state only pays for about 4 safety and security and nursing positions for the entire district. VPS has 37 buildings with students, so it uses levy funds to boost staffing. When it comes to services for students with special needs, the state funding falls about $4 million short of the legal requirement.
Without a levy, we would really have to cut other programs just to meet those legal obligations.
The levy also pays for non-academic programs that help students find success in the classroom.
Anytime you talk about athletics or band or some of our Knowledge Bowl, debate team, those are all exclusively funded by the Education and Operations Levy. And those are things we've heard from our community that they value greatly for their students as well as their own entertainment and appreciation. The state provides $0 for those activities.
So what is the rate, especially now with the change to the state formula? The levy will cost $1.50 per $1,000 of assessed property value. That number is capped by the state. For comparison, the current levy, which will expire in 2019, is $2.64. That means the local rate you're paying will be less than before. Vancouver has a long history of supporting local schools through its levies.
The fact that our levies have been supported since 1964 without failure is nearly unprecedented in this region, is just an exceptional testament to the commitment that our community makes to its children.
If approved by voters, the Education and Operations Levy would remain in place for 4 years. Back to you.
Thanks, Amanda. That brings us to the second levy up for consideration. It would continue the use of technology in Vancouver classrooms. Here to explain it is Tara Cox. Tara?
Thanks. Just like the Education and Operations Levy, the Tech Levy is not new. It will replace the existing Tech Levy when it expires in 2019. Let's take a look at some of the ways it benefits students and teachers. The first and most obvious way is that it would sustain tablets and computers in the classroom for each student. Since the first Tech Levy passed back in 2013, students from high school to 3rd grade have each been assigned devices, which have changed how they learn.
So technology has really opened up our ability to learn deeply. And it's providing access and interest and engagement that really might not have existed before.
That means better access to research materials, apps that test and reinforce important skills and knowledge, and round-the-clock access to school materials. It's not about the latest gadget. It's about giving students tools to succeed in the modern world.
Modernizing our learning experience for students is about our students' future. It's not about what we experienced, and it's not about our future. It's about their future, and we need to pay attention to that.
One major focus of emphasis is with this levy is that it pays for teachers' training so that they're also up to date on the technology.
So teachers have to know what's out there, what's available, maybe not everything, but the things that really matter to what the skills they're trying to develop and the content they're trying to teach.
Here's a look at the numbers. The Tech Levy would cost 30 to 32 cents per $1,000 of estimated property value. As you can see, the rate steadily drops over the lifetime of the levy. If approved by voters, the Tech Levy would run through the year 2025 and will replace the existing levy, which expires next year. Back to you.
Thanks, Tara. The levy election is February 12th, and that's when your ballot must be dropped off or postmarked. Any registered voter within the VPS boundary is eligible to vote. Unlike a bond measure, a simple majority of over 50% will pass these levies. And that brings us to a frequently asked question. What's the difference between a bond and a levy? A bond is like a loan that the community takes out to build new school buildings. In 2017, voters said yes to a bond measure in Vancouver, but a bond can't be used to pay salaries or other everyday expenses. That is what a levy is for. Again, Vancouver voters have consistently said yes to levies since 1964. Now, we know this is a lot of information, but if you have more questions, the district's website is a great place to start. Head to vansd.org/levy. You'll find the numbers, the formula to calculate how much you would pay, frequently asked questions, and a whole lot more. There's also a link to submit a question if you don't find what you're looking for. Again, vansd.org/levy. There's more good basketball around the corner, so stay tuned. Remember, too, that you can follow the school district on social media. They are on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram. Until next time, I'm Nick Cole.
Our school facilities are taken care of by a dedicated team of maintenance professionals. The E&O levy is a big reason for that. Investing in maintenance makes sure our school buildings are safe and sound for our students.
You're right. This does look better. Nice try. I already paid for it.
find your creative side even if you don't think you have one. Discover job opportunities that pay you to create art. Learn how to make posters, logos, infographics, package designs, and much more with Apple computers. Using Photoshop, Illustrator, digital cameras, and drawing design tablets, you will create and edit graphics and explore current and unique design techniques. Graphic design, advanced graphic design, and AP 2D Studio design classes will allow students to earn art credit as well as college credit. Get a jump on preparing your digital portfolio that will equip you with the skills necessary to succeed in college, career, and life. Check with your counselor or career specialist to see if this program is offered.
All right, we are back in action. I'm Nick Voll, joined by Orion Ludlow.
Hello, folks.
The second half is underway. Union leads 35-34. No longer.
Not anymore.
Schumacher goes to the basket. Is now 36-35. Something just happened there.
I think they might have called a technical foul on Schumacher. Am I right?
He's been demonstrative all game, and I think the referees have heard one too many things come out of his mouth tonight.
Now, a technical foul is 2 free throws. So after taking the lead there, Storm might give it right back.
So stepping to the line for Union is Ethan Smith. He makes that. Smith up to 10 points now.
Schumacher, the leading scorer in the game, along with his teammate Kyle Grueller, both have 13.
Smith misses that one. If I'm not mistaken, a technical foul at the high school level is also a personal foul like in college. I may be wrong about that.
Well, that's tough, and it looks as though they have shown Schumacher the bench here with just 19 seconds into the second half.
Well, I mean, obviously that's a discipline move from Coach Grueller. It makes sense. Give him a minute to cool off. Here's
Deep.
Smith from deep.
Long rebound is corralled by Union. He's going to try it again.
That
Second
one
time,
goes.
a charm.
Had his legs under him that time. He didn't the first shot. 13 points now for Smith. Another assist for Combs. He's been really passing the ball well tonight.
So well, inside and outside.
Out to Johnson now. Look at that high screen from Dunmire.
Got a big man on him. Up, switch back.
Grueller pump fakes. Little handoff to Chapman. 7 on the shot clock.
Grueller with a nice screen to free him up.
Johnson loses the ball. This shot's not going to get up. He did, in fact, get it up. Didn't get glass.
Shot from the knee. That was a lot closer than it should have been.
That's a horse shot right there. Oh, great crossover from Combs. Kicks it outside. Toulson gets the roll.
And it goes. Well, the Titans have jumped out to a 5-point lead here early in the second half, third quarter.
Here comes Johnson looking to make the play to the basket. Defensive collapse. Hands it off to Chapman. Chapman goes hard to the right. Drops the shot and the foul.
A nice take. And, you know, he went across the key there, and he had his eyes on a right-handed shot the whole time. Got to his comfort zone, drew the foul, and nice, sweet finish off the glass.
Yeah, we've seen that shot from him a few times tonight. Hey, look, it's Ethan. Ethan down there on the baseline, running the baseline camera. We had him on camera there for just a second. And now we've got Chapman shooting the shot here. The free throw, trying to make that three-point play.
There's Ethan's handiwork.
No good there from Chapman. All right, here comes Combs. Hand check by Boss. That one's called. Not sure if that's on the floor or on the shot. I would
Looked
think
like
on
he
the
was pointing
shot.
at the rim. I
Yeah.
think it's going to be 2 free throws. Now Combs is I mean, the guy is quick as a water bug, and he's good at sharing too. Some of those basic human values.
Always keeps his eyes up, that's for sure.
Yes. He's had some terrific passes after elevating in the lane, and you know, curl passes around defenders, looking good. Well, that's 2 more for the Titans. 43-38. Union.
Combs up to 9 points as well, so he knows how to score it as well.
I mean, this is one of the premier matchups in the that we've had in the state of Washington so far this year. Union number 1 in the RPI. Skyview number 4. Skyview turns it over.
Here comes the Titans. Toulson, that's a three-pointer. No good.
Short, but a great rebound by Youngren. And another rebound. What a iffy pass. That was
A deft touch around the basket, too. That's a Skyview timeout. Union doing a little celebrating on their side of the ball.
how many needles can someone thread in one pass? That was multiple needles. That was
Pretty incredible there. Hey, we do want to take a moment. We saw Ethan a minute ago. We want to take a moment to recognize the students working on tonight's broadcast. That's Ray Hubler right there on camera 1. There's Ethan Grafton down there hanging loose on camera, whatever camera number that is. Most of these students you've seen are in the district's video production programs. They're learning about careers in television. In addition to the students on these cameras tonight, Ethan Allman right there. There's our crew wearing their VPS TV T-shirts.
yes,
in our control room. They're
Hello,
directing,
crew.
running replays, graphics, and audio. Over the course of the year, students from at least 8 middle and high schools will participate in our program, and we want to thank all of these students for giving up their Tuesday, Friday, Wednesday, Thursday nights to come out here and put on these broadcasts for all the people.
It's a heck of a way to give back to your community, because this isn't just for these schools. Being on Comcast Cable and on Facebook right now, this is, people all over the world can watch this.
Yeah, and it's interesting you say that, because last season, towards the end of the year, we got an email from a lady in Italy whose daughter was an exchange student playing for one of our local teams, saw her daughter play basketball in America from Italy thanks to what these students here are doing. So it's pretty incredible.
That is awesome.
All right, back to action here. Johnson.
Skyview coming out of the timeout.
Still no Schumacher. Boss loses the ball, now looking for Grueller underneath. Dangerous pass, but Chapman comes down with it. Johnson looking to
10 on the shot clock.
Takes that pick from Dunmeyer. Here's Grueller, pump fakes into the teeth of the defense, draws a foul.
Nope,
No
they're
travel.
calling a travel before the foul there. That was a kind of a desperation take there. The clock was ticking down, and he had to dribble into the defense. Usually a situation like that doesn't turn out so good for the offense.
Schumacher checks back into the game now. Boss coming out. Schumacher gets a piece
good
of that
tight
ball.
defense there. Good.
Working on moving those feet. Pump fake to the 3. Union finding no luck inside. Great pump fake. Here's the shot. Woo! Woo! Houston Combs, his 12th point of the night, gives the Union a 10-point lead.
Boy, and this happened fast. Less than 4 minutes, they went from a 1-point lead to a 10-point lead.
There's Dunmeyer inside, passes up the short shot out to Johnson. Johnson pushes it inside. That's off the back iron, and here comes Smith.
Smith head up, just going to take that shot. Wow. Nice confidence from Ethan Smith, Union's top scorer. And he's up to
16
points, just a couple below his season average with a quarter and a half left.
A foul called down low. Schumacher drawing the whistle. Checking into the game now for Union, number 20, Josh Resnick. So Johnson to inbound.
Resnick and Schumacher had a moment in the first half, and now Resnick's on Schumacher as Skyview inbounds the ball.
Schumacher's definitely looking to make him pay. Forces it inside, draws the foul. No, another travel on Skyview. I see some talk going back and forth now between these players, these Skyview players and Schumacher.
The partisan crowd here unhappy, and then the Union crowd here unhappy with Schumacher's demonstration afterwards, it sounds like.
All right, here comes Smith, a deep 3. Will they count it?
They're going to call it off because it looked like Schumacher got fouled out there on the perimeter right before the shot was put up. Situation like that, the made shot does not count, and ball's going to come the other way for Skyview.
Yeah, a good call on the foul there. Youngren was not straight up and down, was leaning into the play. You'll see it right here. Watch Youngren lean that shoulder out and then
hooked him with the elbow.
Yeah.
Right around the neckle area there.
Yeah, and these refs, they're aware. They're hearing what these players are talking about and seeing what they're doing and trying to keep this thing from getting ugly. Conley, the coaches here, they're not happy about that call. Or not happy with the result of the play at the very least. And here comes Skyview. So Schumacher takes the screen there.
Resnick on him.
Off the back iron, no good. And Toulson with the rebound. He brings it up the court.
Cross court.
Oh, great.
Another, I'm telling you, Houston Combs has a handful of those assists tonight where he gets in, draws the defense, and throws like a belt level pass to an open guy underneath. That is a killer move.
Just knows where that pass needs to be and sees it right before it opens up.
So here we are 5 minutes into the second half, and the Titans have opened up a 15-point lead. It's probably a good time for a timeout for the Skyview Storm.
Yeah, a one-point halftime lead turns into a 15-point lead. Hey guys, it is cold out there. It's cold every
Yeah, and we learned last year winter weather can really wreak havoc with school schedules. So how do you know if school is canceled? VPS makes the decision by 5 a.m. You can go to the district website or flashalert.net to get the latest. Or download the VPS app wherever you get your phone or tablet apps. You know, so Google Play.
Google Play, sure.
iTunes. You can also call 360-313-1401 on your rotary phone.
All right, here comes Skyview. Looking to make up this difference here. Here's Schumacher to the block. Guys, nowhere to go. They're saying that went off Resnick.
To me, it looked like that went off of Schumacher's leg and foot, but that was the ref was right there. So I'm glad he was there to make the call and not me. Skyview inbounding it again. Schumacher gets it. That's a three-pointer.
Schumacher goes down again. Here comes Union. Smith with the fake handoff, going one-on-one against Chapman to the baseline, kicks it. Wide open shot for Toulson. That's good.
No foul on that play, but 3 points. It's an 18-point Union Titan lead now.
9 for Toulson. There's a
deep three. Swish. Nice shot by Jace Chapman. Now Chapman's got 9 points, and that was a beautiful, beautiful take. Nothing but net.
Skyview needed that one too. Here's Combs. He draws the hand check up top from Squeaky Johnson. That's going to be on the floor, out of bounds on the sideline. Into the game, checking in for Union is going to be Ty McCollum. We saw him late in the first half.
Came in and made a little bit of a difference, made himself available in the key and had an easy layup.
All right, so Combs up top, Squeaky Johnson on defense. Taylor setting the pick. Good defense there. McKinney getting back on the pick man.
Up to Resnick. Resnick back to Combs.
Combs drops it to Resnick. Down to McCollum. McCollum passes up the shot. 9 on the shot clock here. Blocking foul called on Squeaky Johnson.
Johnson clearly unhappy with that
He
call.
doesn't agree with that call.
No. I think if he had a test and that was the one answer, he would have gotten it wrong. Or he would have disagreed with his teacher enough to challenge the decision.
Dangerous pass there to Taylor, but he pulls it in.
Combs calling out a play. Little back screen, backside screen. Houston just, Combs is all over the floor.
McCollum, that's good. 5 now for McCollum in limited minutes. I'm not sure what the kerfuffle is there between the officials. Pointing out one of the players on the far side to the Union coach. I'm not sure what the call was there.
Yeah, me neither.
In any case, here comes Squeaky Johnson.
Schumacher trying to get open.
And a Grueller against McCollum, the much smaller player. Here comes Grueller into the post. He scores.
Got to take advantage of those kind of matchups. Grueller several inches on McCollum.
15 now, and we haven't seen Grueller with the ball much here in the second half.
But he looked comfortable doing that one. Oh, that's going to be Skyview ball. For once, Combs had something to Something to be bummed out about after just an incredible all-around game from him.
Yeah, Houston Combs, 12 points. I don't know how many assists, but it's got to be at least 5.
Yeah, I mean, in the points responsible for column, he is the high achiever today.
A
Just
jump ball call
ripped
there.
away by Resnick. What are they going to call it? Jump ball?
Yeah, jump ball.
So that is Union ball. A nice, strong, take advantage type move there by Josh Resnick. Did I get his name right?
Yes.
Great.
And if I'm
First
curious,
time this game.
I'm curious if Josh Resnick is related to the Resnick who played for Union last year when they were so good, sharpshooter. I'm willing to bet he is his brother. All right, here comes Skyview. Schumacher walking that ball up court. Full court pressure, or half court pressure, excuse me, from Resnick.
Yeah, Resnick meets him right at the stripe.
They don't want to give him a head of steam. He kicks it out. There's Chapman again from the corner 3. That one
Another
rolls
good.
in.
That cuts the lead to 13. 10 seconds left here in the third quarter. So Houston Combs is bringing it up. He's looking for someone to be available. Resnick down to Elijah Taylor. They are going to wave that off and call that a charge. What do you know?
Was that Chapman who took that charge? I think it was. Great heads-up play from him. Here's the replay. Nope, it was
Schumacher picking him. Yep.
So 3.2 seconds left.
That's enough time to get a shot up. Just got to get up the floor here. 2, 1. In time, but a little bit strong. And going into the fourth quarter now, it's the Union Titans 59 and the Skyview Storm 46, a 13-point lead. Now remember, 8 minutes ago, when we started the second half, it was a 1-point lead. That was an incredible third quarter from Union.
Just smothering. How many points did they have in that quarter? They're at
I think they scored 23, now? So they almost,
in 4 minutes less than an NBA team, they scored as many points as an NBA team.
Yeah,
scored That's pretty impressive.
And a lot of that was again, the inside-outside offense. Some threes, some layups.
So pretty impressive basketball being played here by Union. That is, though, to say it is not over for Skyview. They've got 8 minutes left. They've got scorers. They've got the ability to make this a ball game.
And they've got this home crowd here. We're on Skyview Storm Court here. Later this season, Skyview will have to visit Union, and that's going to be another great game, I imagine. I mean, if both of these teams continue the way they've been going, it could very well, decide the league title.
Yeah, and Coach Conley has said, from Union, has said that the 4A Greater St. Helens League is one of the toughest leagues in the state. You've got Battleground knows how to play basketball. You've got Camas is always very talented, and of course Heritage. So, it's a gauntlet to get through these games, and these kind of battles will make a big difference later on as this season progresses.
Yeah, I mean, you look at the standings. Well, Battleground and Camas are both 1 and 2 in league. They have overall winning records all the way down.
All right, here comes Boss out to Chapman. Little weave.
Schumacher catch and shoot. Little short. Resnick takes down the rebound. 1-on-4 terrific defense from behind there.
Chapman pushing it against. Boss with a pump fake. He gets into the lane. That's a floater. No good. They're calling the blocking foul on the shot.
No kidding. Now, there's no circle inside the restricted area there, but the referee must have seen. They are reversing the call. They're calling it a charge now.
And if you watch that replay that just came through, you saw Resnick got there. He had a position established before the offensive player took off.
Nice replay by the folks back in the booth there. Good job, guys.
Yeah, I think that's Adam tonight. Adam, nice replay.
Scramble for the ball, tip back in, but Skyview gets it up ahead.
Boss swings it out to Schumacher.
Schumacher sets up.
He floats it up there. No good. He takes out our camera operator.
Ethan.
I hope Ethan was rolling on that one. I'd like to see that from his.
Ethan, did you survive?
He gave
we get a thumbs up.
All right.
And he protected the gear, Nick, which is important for you.
Yeah, he's young and flexible. His broken bones will heal.
Yeah.
That camera is expensive. So Schumacher up to 14 points now with that free throw. The lead down to 12.
And this is how you chip away. Clock stopped, and he makes them both. Nice job. 15 for Schumacher, 15 for his teammate Kyle Grueller. Leading scorer in the game, though, is Ethan Smith for Union. He has 16. And Smith has the ball now.
Great triangle action there. Three-man game from Union.
No
That's
doubt.
a basket for Youngren. He's up to 6.
Ooh, a quick
shot.
three-pointer and money buckets. Money buckets by Alec Marshall.
And we have not seen much of Marshall tonight. They put him in, and he delivers on his first touch. Smith from
But
the
there's
corner.
Smith. Such a comfortable taking that shot off the bounce. He faded left into the corner. He got all net.
Smith has one of the most solidly sound shots you're going to see on that court tonight. His body is square. His
Very
shoulders
balanced.
are square.
That's exactly what I was going to say. When he elevates, he was moving left, and when he elevated, you could have just drawn a perfect 90-degree angle.
Hey, good news, basketball fans.
VPS Game Time has more basketball coming your way this season. 1 week from today, the Peace Pipe rivalry heats up as the Trappers of Fort Vancouver visit the Eagles of Hudson's Bay. It's a boys' game. It starts at 7. Their matchup earlier this season went to overtime, so we should be in for a fun game. You can tune in on the district's Facebook page or on Comcast channel 328, VPS Game Time.
And we have an announcement as well. Orion Ledlow, my partner in crime here, is now a teacher at Fort Vancouver High School. He is 1 week and 2 days into the experience.
Yeah, that's it. What I like to say, it's been 56 incredible hours so far.
And if you're a teacher, if you know anything about teachers, 56 hours on the job, it's like 100 hours in real life. So, after school and all that. So Schumacher with the tough take there. That's going to be a three-point play opportunity. He could cut this game down to 10.
And 10 looks a lot better than the 15 that we had when the quarter started. So if he makes this, it might put a little bit of heat on Union, and it drops. So Schumacher now up to 18 points. He's actually put in quite a few here in the first minute and a half of the fourth quarter.
Wow, what a take. Brad Lackey doing what he's been doing all night long, going hard to that basket. He's got 9 now.
Schumacher knows this is his time. Throws it up. They're going to call a little bit of an over the back on his attempt to rebound his own miss. Ball's coming back the other way.
You know, Schumacher I've seen play a number of times, and tonight just that little touch is just slightly off, and he's made some shots, but that extra little soft touch here and there is just not quite there for him. But good players find a way to fight through, and we've seen that in the fourth quarter. He started putting an emphasis on going to the basket.
I'm getting to the basket, right? If the threes aren't dropping.
Oh, great play. There's a slam dunk.
That was pretty cool. Tanner Toolson, wide open, got to show us some of those hops he's been working on.
And was that Combs again on the pass? Ruler all the way to the basket on the spin. He's up to 17. A three-point play attempt coming. No backing down from this Swarm team.
Grueller's a big kid. You see some of these tall guys and they got long necks. He's all length. No neck on that guy. I don't mean that. I mean no extraordinary neck is what I'm trying to get at. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it that way. He's a tall guy.
I don't know this guy next to me.
I just keep thinking about that Tiago Splitter, who they said was 7 feet tall, but he was like 6'6" with just rolls off. And now an opportunity to cut it to a single-digit lead. They're going to call that good. Excellent take by Skyview's Jace Chapman, who is now up to 14 points, chance to make it 15, and a chance to bring Skyview to 8 points.
Yeah, that's a good call. Chapman with the pump fake goes hard to the basket. Defender doesn't get there in time. His feet are still moving, draws the contact, and lays it in. That's just a good soft touch and a smart basketball play out of Chapman.
And he's made several smart plays tonight. It's been a joy watching him.
So just to cut it to 8.
And he does. So now with a little less than 5.5 minutes to go in this game, the Storm have cut it to an 8-point lead. If they can clamp down the defense, we could be in for a real awesome finish here.
Wide open for Toulson. That's off the back iron. Schumacher pulls it down. He's looking to push. 2-man behind him. It's a 3-on-4 break, and he turns it over. Here comes Toulson back the other direction.
He got ran up on from behind. I'm surprised we didn't get a whistle on that, but
wow.
And there is Resnick with as the trailer gets the pass, lays it up and in over the defense.
That reminded me of like a triple jump in track. He took 2 steps from the top of that key, and he was at the basket laying it in.
Grueller going back to the bench, talked to his pops, the coach, and he is upset. Refs were gesturing at him, pointing at their eyes.
So a chippy finish here. Both teams playing hard, wanting this, hoping to get a little help from the men in stripes. But as is usually the case in basketball, the more physically aggressive team gets the benefit of the doubt. Tonight, that's been Union.
And it's almost as though the refs have stopped calling some of the fouls that they called, like in the second quarter when when they were calling it tight. This fourth quarter has been letting them play a little bit. Mm-hmm. And looking at the score, 70-60 with 4:52 left. This is what the fans want to see. So many Skyview students here in the student section on their feet and have been all game long. Who else has been? This guy standing next to me, Nick Vole. That's right, all game.
Sure.
You in your soft shoes?
I'm wearing my soft shirt. I am. And tonight when I get home, I'll take a nice hot bath, some Epsom salts.
Epsom salts. Yeah, that's right.
As a 40-year-old man does.
That's just a normal Tuesday for you.
All right, here comes Skyview back with the ball. A couple of defensive stops and a couple of baskets, and they're right there at the end. For Union, if they want to win the state championship and at 15-0, that's obviously one of their targets. They're going to need to close out opponents like Skyview, a very good basketball team who has the talent to get back in. Grueller goes up.
Now Union won the state title in football this fall.
They did.
So I wonder how often there's ever been a team that has a double like that of football and basketball.
I got to imagine it's pretty rare.
Got to be with even at the highest classification there in Washington.
So Union's football team undefeated, state champs. So far, Union's basketball team undefeated, angling for a state championship. So on this roster, Darian Chase. I don't believe we've seen him tonight, but he is on the roster, number 25. He is a 6'3" guard forward senior, also a star football player, committed to Nebraska.
Right.
So if you think about his senior year, he's not lost the game yet.
That is remarkable. Elijah Taylor, same thing.
Same exact deal. And there may be other football players on this roster. Those are the 2 names that I recognize off the top of my head. But all right, so an 8-point game.
Combs pounding the ball, directing the traffic.
Now McCollum, interestingly, getting some real crunch time minutes after playing sparingly earlier in the game. Combs to the basket, lays it up soft and in.
I did not think that shot was going in. From my angle, I thought it was short, and I was wrong. That ball got right over the front of the rim and nestled in. And a 3-point play at this juncture is really going to give Union a good feeling.
Wow, look how high he put that ball up in the air, right over the fingertips of the defense.
And he sinks the free throw.
So he's up to 15 points now.
Just amazing game from Houston Combs so far.
Johnson takes the bump with the turnaround.
He is really good at that. That's several times now I've seen him, at least twice.
Yeah.
I mean, seen him lose the defense on a spin move and then step back.
Combs off the back iron. Johnson with the rebound.
He was feeling it.
He had a good shot. He just had a little too much mustard on it.
What a block by Josh Resnick out of nowhere to just erase the layup attempt. Shake it off. Run your offense.
Resnick goes high for that. Almost gets it, a dangerous pass, but not anywhere else for the inbound pass. So it goes. Schumacher pulls from deep, and that's off the glass and good. He just nods like, okay, I'll take that.
Cha-ching, and ladies and gentlemen, it's now a 6-point game, 3.5 to go. And this is what I was talking about earlier. We could be in for a fast, fun finish. Smith guarded tight by Schumacher. Smith trying to get around him. Schumacher is up in his business.
Toulson for 3, that's good.
Oh, and he puts up the finger and tells the crowd to hush up. That will not win him any fans in this Skyview gymnasium.
They'll probably not win him any fans on the coaching staff. That's got to be, that looks like a possible.
Wow, that was a.
That's a rough foul.
Let's just call it a rough foul, yeah.
Looks like they're going to call like a regular foul. I'd like to see that on replay. It sure looked like that defensive player. I'm not sure if it was Resnick or Toulson.
It didn't seem basketball-like. It really seemed like he was trying to separate Gruler's upper body from his lower body, yeah.
Well, hopefully our crack replay squad will have that for us in just a sec. All right, so Gruler knocks down the first one, going to the line for the second free throw.
He makes them both. So it's a 7-point game now.
19 for Gruler.
Houston Combs behind the back. Little scoop pass underneath. A
Toulson
little strong on the reverse. You can hear the Skyview crowd. They're feeling this. Get it down to within 5, maybe 4. Oh, just off the rim, but a great rebound by Gruler.
That's a boss again. He take it again.
Why not? Oh.
Comes up short.
You could hear the whole crowd exhale on that. Combs into the big boys.
Toulson looking to make something happen. Back out to Combs.
Yep, this is actually a good time to slow it down. 20 left on the clock. You kind of want to do what you can to make that clock tick down.
High pick here from Youngson.
Smith looking for something. They're going to call a foul on Boss, who was just playing tough defense. The crowd, multiple people in this crowd threw their hands up in disbelief.
I'm not sure. I don't think he had position there. I think that was a good call.
Yep.
All right, so Smith stepping to the line, looking to extend out this lead to potentially 9 points.
But he misses the first with the 1-and-1.
So here comes
Skyview still has life.
Schumacher goes hard to the basket. He lays it in. 23 for Schumacher. 5-point Titan lead. And here's Combs up top. Squeaky Johnson all the way up.
Almost too much time there for McCollum.
Combs begging for it out in the corner.
So much, just
26 seconds left in the shot clock, a minute and a half left in the game. A bucket here could ice it for Union.
Oh, they get it inside.
.118 left. Here comes Schumacher. Storm down 5.
Chance to bring his team within a bucket. He goes for the three-pointer, and it's a nothing but net. And we have a 2-point game with 1:08 left in the fourth quarter here at Skyview. Number 1 Union has 76. Number 4 Skyview with 74. And after that 15-point deficit, Skyview has come roaring back here in the fourth quarter.
Wow, and we were talking about his shooting touch wasn't there for a while. He makes those layups. That's what returns his shooting touch.
And you can see he's zoned out or zoned in on the game now. He's not gesturing. He is focused on basketball, and that's what you see then. A nice 23-footer, nothing but net. This is exciting, Nick.
Absolutely. Watch, here's this big three-pointer. I mean, that could have been a three-point play, too.
You know,
see as well.
He essentially had to ride the defender's calf back down to the floor. And that's Skyview banned.
I'm a bit surprised the officials are not calling these plays where the shooters are getting undercut. I mean, it's happening on both sides of the ball. Don't get me wrong, but
all these young ankles, it's not as maybe not as dangerous as it seems.
So 1:07 left in the game. 2-point Union lead. 35 seconds left on the shot clock. So a possession of good defense from Skyview earns the right to tie this game potentially or take the lead.
And with the timeout right there, you know that that Union's coach has said, wait for a good shot. Wait for something good. Don't rush it and don't take a bad shot. But there's
Wow.
Now that's Schumacher. Schumacher called for the foul. His teammates making sure that he keeps his mind on the game. But what a great defensive play, I thought. He got up, and denied that layup attempt by Toulson, who dunked earlier and has some serious hops.
All right, but it's not the worst thing in the world for Skyview. Toulson with a missed free throw. It's still a one-possession game for Skyview.
Clock stopped? Yes. So this is right. I'm sure you guys can hear the crowd. So can we. About 80 kids in front of us stomping. He misses the first, makes the second. Here comes Skyview back. Skyview just down 3, 77-74. About 50 left in this.
That's the shot they want from Grueller. That one's off the back iron. Schumacher comes flying over the back. That was the shot they wanted.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, Grueller made many of those already this game, so. I also think maybe it was that whistle was. I don't know.
You didn't like that
I didn't like it. The contact was hand to hand. I didn't see anything down below. Schumacher was way up in the air and floated around. And he's coming out of the game now.
That's his 5th foul. He's done.
It's his 5th foul.
And you see though something like that technical foul.
Yep.
When it counts as a personal foul, it has major consequences.
So it's going to be.
Toulson makes the first of 2 free throws. So it's a 2-possession game now. 4-point Union lead. 78-74.
Toulson here has had some chances at the free throw line here in the final minute and a half, and he goes 3 for 4 in those chances. So it's now a 5-point game.
So here comes Chapman up to the court with the ball. You don't need to see 3 necessarily from Skyview, but I wouldn't be surprised if that's what we got. Not looking for a shot there.
Running that weave up top.
There's
out to the corner. Rejected by Toulson.
Big block by Toulson. Now,
wow.
The Storm has Alec Marshall in the game with that big 3 earlier. He passed up an opportunity to shoot a 3 there, and you can see he's not really even looking at the basket, looking to run that weave instead. But with his touch, I would think Coach Grueller put him in there to take a shot.
So about 30 seconds left here. If they can get a quick shot and potentially foul.
Boss
Grueller. Boss, yes. Oh, and the full court press in, but it gets to Houston Combs. He finds Resnick up, and their coach calls a timeout. Timeout by Blake Conley, Union coach. His team up 3 with possession, 16 seconds left. He's probably going to insist that they try to hold or get the ball to one of their kids that shoots free throws the best, and just try to hold on.
At this point, with that 3-point lead, all they really need to do is make free throws.
Yep. And what Skyview needs to do is try to intercept this inbounds pass or try to knock the ball away. And if they don't, they need to foul.
Immediately.
But is there an intentional foul rule in high school where it's shots in the ball?
Before the inbounds pass?
Yeah, I'm saying after. Like
I
guess just make a basketball play, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Go for the ball.
Good.
All right, look at the Storm cheerleaders there trying to keep this crowd pumped up. Curious to see where they're going to go with this one. You know, Smith, obviously a fantastic shooter. Wouldn't be surprised to see that ball end up in his hands. Looks like, am I not mistaken, McCullum's going to be the inbound man. Grueller trying to get as tight as he can. Look at the wingspan on Grueller, really stretching out, making this inbounds pass tough for McCullum. He goes to the backcourt to Smith. Eventually they get over there, about 2 seconds, not too bad for Skyview. They only lost 2 seconds on that play. And of course, you're getting it to who they wanted.
Yeah, exactly, with Smith at the line. And is there a penalty here? It's 10 fouls, right? So he'll get 2 free throws, no matter what, right?
I believe so. Yep, 2 free throws.
He makes the first. Ice water veins right there.
So up to 20 points now for Smith. He's looking to make it 21.
Yep, already a point and a half over his season average of 18 and a half a game. He makes this, he'll be 2.5 over. And that's in. 5-point lead now for Union. 10 seconds left in this game. The turnaround three is good.
Wow. Johnson only makes those turnarounds.
Know,
he makes it from 5 feet, he makes it from 20.
Cuts it to 2 with 6.7 seconds left. Now your scoreboard's a little bit wrong. Here in the gym it says 6.7 left on the clock.
So a little bit more time
than it looks like.
Than it looks like, yeah.
Yes.
So Skyview here, best strategy. Foul, hope for a miss. Full court heave for a three-point shot. There's 6 seconds left, probably about 4 by the time they get it. And here's that three-pointer from Johnson.
What a play. That was that was some skill. You know, if this was a Blazer game, people would be leaving, but I haven't seen a single person walk out of this place. This is very compelling basketball.
Yeah, I agree. I'm glad you're able to join us for it tonight, Orion, and I'm glad you folks at home were able to join us as well. I mean, is it a coincidence that every time we do a game, it's a good game? I don't think so.
It's not a coincidence.
I don't think so.
We bring the fever.
You know, I wonder, the kids do know the cameras are on. I'm sure it helps amp up the kids a bit.
Actually, from down there on the court looking up here, it looks like a pro setup. You know, you got students and workers running the cameras. Right. This is here at the end of the games where they make their money.
Here's the inbound pass. Smith gets away. Oh, that cost him a lot of time. Oh, a violent collision between Storm players there. It looks like
I think that's Boss's down.
Worst of it. Yeah.
That was an ugly knock.
Both Boss and Grueller were going for the steal there, and Grueller's shoulder plowed into Boss's
face.
Like face and neck area.
Yeah.
He's still
got
face down.
We want to make sure he's okay. His coach, his trainer over there, checking on him.
I'm sure they're just making him take his time.
Yep.
A lot of concerned folks here in the gym. He's now back onto his back, which is a good sign.
See, they're getting. There's a little bit of blood right on his chin, I believe.
Got the high five from Coach Grueller. So the trainer taking care of.
Even with my headphones on and that boom mic that you guys have up, I could hear the collision up here. It's not a good sound. Not anything you ever want to hear.
All right, he's seated up now. He's got his bell rung just a smidge. I'm sure they'll run a concussion protocol on him to make sure that he's, not suffering from a concussion.
Yep.
So Sean Boss looks like he's going to be just fine walking down to the end of the bench. He's played a heck of a ball game tonight. A couple of big jump shots.
Yeah.
6 points on the night. I'm sure this is not the way he wanted his night to end, but I'm sure he'll also be okay with it if this Storm is able to make a comeback here. So 4.5 seconds left. Stepping to the line is Ethan Smith. He's got 21 tonight. He just knocked down 2 free throws a moment ago. 2 free throws here should seal the deal for Union. And there's the first.
Yeah, he's made it a 3-point game here, and one more bucket. There's really not much that Skyview can conceivably do. I don't want to say inconceivable. Yep, Smith scores his number. He has 23. Skyview down. Grueller with the one last shot, rims out. What a game. Wow. What a game.
We knew we were going to be in for a fun one. I didn't really anticipate it would be this exciting at the end.
Great comeback in the second half by Skyview. Comes up a little bit short. Let's look at these second half highlights.
It looked like Union is going to just run away with this thing.
Smith, just such a sweet jumper out of that guy.
The soft touch from Toulson.
Toulson had a terrific second half. There's another one by Toulson. I hope we get to see his dunk too. Oh, and there was where McCollum came in and did a little bit of damage.
I think that was Combs.
Was that Combs? Sorry.
It was. And there's Combs again.
Yeah.
Look at that pass.
Yeah,
Youngren.
So much. They swing the ball inside and outside. Love the bench's reaction there. He deserved that. You know, these shots from
Chapman, that was a deep shot. I didn't realize. There's McCollum.
There's the McCollum shot. That's same spot. And that was when Grueller was taking advantage of that mismatch underneath. Another one by Chapman.
He had a great second half.
And, you know, also had a good second half is Schumacher out before he fouled out with 26 points. He had an incredible second half.
There's the big dunk.
Toulson's dunk, and then he had a three just a little bit later, which we might see. Oh, these takes are sweet. And Combs, just a sweet game from him. Terrific passes. He really kept Union together.
Squeaky Johnson with one of his 3 turnaround jumpers tonight. Here's the deep three from Schumacher off the glass.
Feeling it from Bank was open. And there's Toulson's 3. Inside-outside game from Toulson tonight. Schumacher just kept attacking, and he was behind this comeback that brought Skyview from 15 points down. In fact, it was 18 points at one point, wasn't it? And they brought it all the way back to 2, and there was a chance. They had a chance there at the end, something else. But
you know, both these teams really with their eyes on the state playoffs this year. You can see why both of these teams might make deep runs, hopefully end up at the Tacoma Dome. Of course, depending which school you root for, you know, you might favor one or the other, but I think we can all agree that we want schools from our area to do well at the state playoffs, and I think these teams are going to represent the greater St. Helens very well.
Yeah, and they represented tonight. They both showed up. They both showed that they can defend, they can pass and shoot the ball. Great basketball we saw tonight.
Well, and don't forget, next week, 1 week from today, we're going to have Hudson's Bay versus Fort Vancouver in the Peace Pipe game. Both of those teams love to play each other hard. It's going to be a ton of fun. Owen Frazier and Dan Larson will be on the call on that one, so we're looking forward to that game. Any parting thoughts here, Orion, before we take off?
Well, Union moves to 16-0 on the season, and with a harder grip on that number one in the state ranking that they have. I don't think Skyview is going to fall much with this. They pick up their first loss in league, but they showed up. It was a great game. Fun call with you, man.
Yep. Fun call with you as well, Orion. We will be back with you guys next week. In the meantime, I am Nick Bull.
And I'm Orion Ludlow.
Have a great night. This VPS Game Time broadcast is brought to you in part by the Foundation for Vancouver Public Schools, getting kids to school healthy, happy, and ready to learn. For more information, go to www.foundationforvps.org.